Miro, welcome. You caught me. How are you, mate? Welcome. Working. Bodge, welcome on the kick. Hello. Welcome on Twitch as well, mate. Yo. Hello, peeps. LMC, welcome, buddy. How are you? This shirt has not been ironed. Tig, welcome. Yeah, it looks very creased, so I do apologise. I literally I put it on, I was like, it looks so creased. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Do you know what, chat? I think this might be the first time I've ever worn a white shirt on stream. Oh, Lord above. What is... What is going on there? Jeez Louise. Welcome, PLD. I never iron my stuff. Yeah, I don't either. Usually I'm lucky enough to just get it out of the dryer and it's okay. You know, it's one of those. But sometimes, you know, when it kind of stays in a ball for a little bit of a longer time period. Bugsy over on the Twitch 3D. Hello, Relentless. Good afternoon, my friend. It looks good, actually. Thank you. Graham, how are you? Bugsy, welcome. Woog, welcome. Jose KC Reaper, good afternoon, peeps. Ian, hello. Roy, hello. Seems like Joey's a little bit self-conscious today. With Tech Fault, come on. We can barely see the light of day. It's very true. Holly, welcome. How are you? Kashi, good afternoon. How are we, guys? Welcome. I have finally upped my calories. I've done it, chat. I said no more for the time being anyway. I said my body is drained. I feel rubbish. I had a gym session yesterday, and let me tell you, that gym session was horrendous. I was on 1,500 calories for the last few days. I said no more. It's not happening. So, since 7th of May, I've been on under 2,000 calories a day because I've been trying to lose a bit of weight and cut down a little bit, and I feel like I've really done well to do that. We're over 2 months later now. And so basically, what, 10 weeks I've been on this cut under 2,000 calories. So I started with 2,000 calories, then I went down to 1,700, and then I went down to 1,500. And now I say enough is enough. So what I'm going to do is go back up to like what's called maintenance calories, right? Maintenance calories is supposedly around about 2,400. So I'm going from 1,500 to 2,400, which means I get an extra 900 calories a day. And let me tell you, already I feel spoiled. Like you wouldn't believe. Spoiled. I had 2 wraps for lunch with some cheese, some tuna. I hit my protein goal. Pretty much what else I got scheduled for the rest of the day. We're looking good. The diet is looking good. So I'm happy about that. However, I don't know how it's going to take an effect on my body. That's the only other thing. I don't know how it's going to affect my body. The reason why I was annoyed, chat, is because I was on 1,500 and I was kind of putting weight on a little bit ever so slowly. And I know that I was probably going to expect some sort of a drop at some point, but I was just sick of it. I'm like, why am I suffering? So I've had enough. I'll probably go back to it. I'll probably go back down to that at some point when I do another bit of a cut to look a little bit better, to feel a little bit better, to chop off some of the fat that I might potentially put on over the next few days, few weeks, whatever. Yo, Low Toe, by the way, thank you very much for the follow on Kick. Appreciate you. Thank you. Alan coming in with a prime for 13 months in a row. Thank you, Alan _1. How are you today, my friend? So yeah, that's my little update. I'm now up to 2,400 calories, so I'm going to see how that goes. And then if I put a bunch load of weight on this week, or I'm doing it for 10 days supposedly, but I'm going to see how I feel after 7 days. If I put a ton of weight on 2,400 calories, then I was definitely in some like imbalanced stuff anyway, because I shouldn't really put too much weight on. But I understand that over the next week, 10 days, I could put extra weight on because my glycogen is going to be spiked because the amount of carbs that I'm eating, and therefore like water retention is going to be a big thing. So I might put on a bunch of weight over the next week because of just water. So I do need to bear that in mind as well. So yeah, we'll go from there. Yeah. Gordon Shumway, welcome, and thank you so much for joining on the Kick Chat. Appreciate you. Listen to your body. You have to. Yeah, the thing is you need enough calories. I know. I feel like I've definitely been starving my body a little bit. But this is all an experiment for me and my body. And I highly recommend people try it out. Maybe not to the extreme of 1,500 calories. But I would say maybe, you know, have a look for yourself and see what kind of works for you. I started off at 2,000 calories because I wanted to kind of cut quite severe. I didn't go to maintenance of like 2,500, 2,600. I just said, you know what, let's just start 2K. And I've done it for 9 weeks now, and I've lost a cushy amount of weight. Yeah, I've lost a cushy amount of weight. So I said enough's enough now. I think I went from 84 kg to 77 kg. So in 9 weeks I lost 7 kg. So almost a kg a week. And I think on the high side of a deficit, you met like a good amount to lose is like 0.8 kg a week, so 800 grams. So I've been losing probably around about that the whole time. As I said, enough's enough now. Kind of put my body through a lot. I'm still going gym 3-4 times a week. I need to maybe reduce the cardio a little bit, and I'll go 2,400 calories. See how we get on. But chat, I'm in my fridge and I'm like, because I log all my food as well. I know I'm very sad, but I literally I'm looking at my fridge. I'm like, okay, cool, right. So I've got some dairy milk chocolate there that I've not had. So how much of that can I have? Blah blah blah. I'm looking at all these things. I'm like, this is a win for me, mentally, physically. Yep. CQR, welcome. Yes, Ganado, we are on Kick, ! Kick in the chat. If you want to check it out, feel free to jump over. No ads on Kick, but you watch where you want. Zach, hello mate, how are you? Are you okay? Nice work taking care of yourself. Underrated. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah. Sometimes it's definitely underrated, and being in this job and being blessed to be in the position I'm in has allowed me to really focus on my health this year. Last year was kind of all about getting comfortable with content creation and getting the monies up, and this year has been more so about taking care of myself physically, I think. Mentally, I was fine. I was actually fine last year mentally. I was the best I've ever been, I think. It was just the one little thing that was a bit of a niggle was the weight side of things. So I was like, okay, let me try and sort that out. And I always have been saying for years, like probably 10 years, I will go back to the gym when I can and when I know that I'm going to commit. And I've done that. Not this year because it started in September. Wheaty, welcome, tier 1, 19 months in a row. You're coming through. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. You're an absolute legend. You triggered a hype train as well, Wheaty. So for that, I appreciate you. Thank you. How much do I need to invest for gear to start soldering as an amateur? It really, honestly, you can take it slow, Massey Edge. I wouldn't even recommend doing anything extreme. Just take it easy. You could start off with a cheap soldering iron screwdriver set, and some soldering stuff off Amazon for £20-30. It's possible. The stuff isn't going to be that good, but you'll find out quickly if the hobby is something you enjoy by taking something apart. I always recommend, before jumping into the deep end and spending a bunch of money, get yourself a screwdriver set and take something apart, put it back together. That's what I always say. Yeah, Garbage, hello. I did a few years ago and weekly cutting 150 calories, give me a minus 30 kg in 9 months. Yeah, nice. That's a big loss, mate. Well done. You should be super proud of yourself. That's incredible. It's not even that much. 150 calories under is crazy. I look tired. I do feel a little bit tired today, but I don't know if that's because I've had a big lunch, Orphan. And it's the first time in a very long time that I've had a big lunch. I'm talking 2 wraps, some tuna and all that stuff. Usually for lunch, I'll have something like, I showed on the live stream a couple of days ago when I fixed my PC. I have like bacon medallions and some eggs, right? So the carbs is not strong on my lunch. So tie in a bunch of carbs that I've just had today with the fact that my body is already feeling tired and I feel like I've overworked it slightly. is a cause for me being tired right now, for sure. But I'm here and I'm ready. And that's why I'm drinking this coffee. Because today we're going to look at a PS4 Pro that apparently has some HDMI issues. Now, I am not savvy with PS4 Pros, so I need your help, chat. I don't also think I have a PS4 Pro HDMI port. But is that going to stop me? Absolutely not. Yeah. I'm 4 weeks cigarette free after smoking for 30 years. I've been snacking quite a lot since, unfortunately. Well, Brian, you should be super proud of yourself. I'm 4 weeks cigarette free after smoking for 30 years. I can't even begin to imagine what that's like. PS4 Pro, not PS5 Pro. Lord of Glove, no. But what I would say is, Brian, you should be patting yourself on the back. I'll give you a massive pat on the back as well, mate. And some words of encouragement to say, well done. That's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Well done. I can't imagine 30 years and now being 4 weeks free. I'm sure you're over the worst parts. I can't confirm that. I don't know if there's worse to come. But what I will say is that you're 4 weeks deep. You got this now. That's it. It's done. 4 weeks, surely, like the first few weeks must be the most difficult. You got this. Yeah? OT Packs, welcome. How are you today? I would like to repair stuff on... I would like to repair my own stuff only. Something like soldering new cable to 5-year-old headphones to replace the analog stick mouse controller. Yeah, prices at tech shop to do it for me are bad. How much, Massey Edge? Can I ask how much they're looking to charge? And I'll let you know if that's kind of bad or not, in my opinion. But also, get into the hobby. Yeah, that's going to be amazing. Yeah, no, Brian, you should be super proud of yourself, man. GG's. Well done, mate. Keep going. I'm all about people trying to better themselves in whatever way that is. Career, health, whatever it is. So, well done to you, mate. That's amazing. It's a terrible habit and certainly very hard to kick. Really expensive too. Yeah, exactly. You could afford more broken stuff to fix now. 100%. Yeah. I love that. I love that. Dave's, welcome. How are you? MK, I have a favour to ask. Can I see your thermal cam near your face? Can we see your thermal cam near your face? What for? Joey does Weight Watchers. No, not Weight Watchers. I just kind of believe that. So when I started this journey myself, I was like, I'm not counting my calories. It's not going to happen. Like, what's the point? And then after I went to gym in September and I started like a 3-4 day a week routine. And then it got to literally May 7th. Or it was like I went on a walk with a friend who was heavily behind the decision of me actually doing it. We went for a walk. And he was like, yeah, man, I've been counting my calories. This is how much weight I lost, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I don't necessarily weigh any different to what I did at the start. I was just getting used to the gym and using the machines and stuff and getting comfortable in the gym. And I was like, do you know what? Stuff it. Let's count our calories and see how much weight I can lose in a month. And then it started rolling. And I was like, okay, I'm dropping some weight here. This is pretty cool. And it was just me counting my calories and being a little bit sensible and reducing stuff. So, yeah, I'm definitely the healthiest I've been ever in my life. Yeah, I'm definitely the healthiest I've ever been in my life. So I just need to, I still need to just kind of focus and wheel it in and maybe take it to the next step now, which is I want a little bit more size on me. Just a little bit. Yeah. I recommend the iFixit screwdriver set. I still use it. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. iFixit is still fantastic. Is there any cheap hot air station you'd recommend, Joey? I know I enjoy it, but my I know I enjoy it, but my equipment is just not good enough. Fair enough, Deadpool. I would say, what one do you have at the moment, Deadpool? Do you have one at all? Yeah, the 858D is very good. Yeah. For something that's starting out. Yeah, 100%. Didn't you used to smoke too, Joey? Or am I mistaken? I did. Long time ago now, though. Long time ago. I probably smoked when my mum was a heavy smoker. It still is a heavy smoker. And chat, it's depressing because I tell her every single day, you know, she wants to live for the grandkids and all those things. Got 2 beautiful children now. And I want her to be around when she's older. And I keep telling her, you're not going to be. in the nicest way possible. I know it's not the nicest thing to say, but I'm like, you're not going to be. If you really want to be around that much when you're older, stop now. And she still goes. So, you know, she smoked her whole life. So I understand, you know, how tough it is, but mentally she's definitely strong enough to overcome it. I know that. I know that for a fact. She could 100% overcome it. She's just, I don't know. So yeah, I have that. I used to smoke. When did I start? I want to say it was like 15, 16, and it was at house parties. Like I would go ahead and assume that there's a lot of people, especially in the UK, that's where they might have started smoking, is at a party, or not. I'm not going to say necessarily peer pressure, because it wasn't, but everyone else was doing it, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll join in, sort of thing. And I was probably about 16 or so. And then it became more of a social thing. But then after the social thing, it was like, oh, I kind of need one. I used to, like, at work, in the corporate job chat, I worked in a corporate. I say corporate. It's like semi-corporate, half corporate, and then they went corporate, sort of thing. They kind of grew very quickly. I would say that for the 9 years that I was there, it was stressful. And, you know, I probably, for the first 6-7 years of that job, I smoked, and that was very casual and just out in the smoking area and all those things. So I have smoked, but I can't remember the last time. Pre-COVID, massively pre-COVID as well. You're talking maybe like 2 years before COVID. So long time since I've had one. But I can understand that it's a hard habit to kick. I understand that. But like I said, I also want my mum to be around so that she can see her grandkids grow old. And if something was to happen with the big C word, you know, I'd be angry, I think. Obviously upset, but angry. But it is what it is. What can you do? It's not my body. I was 16 and all the smokers at work would get breaks every hour and non-smokers didn't. Yeah, so I said, stuff that, and started. Wow. I started at 13, turned 44 this year, and you've just given up, Brian. That gives me hope, mate. That gives me hope. Yo, Marv, welcome, buddy. How are you? USB port swap. USB-C port swap is like 25 euros, but after watching your video, I'll try myself. For what, Massey Edge? A USB port swap for a controller? It's hard to quit sometimes, especially since you started at 15. Yeah, I can imagine. JC baby, welcome. How are you? I really don't miss being short of breath all the time. I've always had like really bad... I had asthma when I was younger. I don't have asthma now. Keck, by the way, thank you very much for the follow over on Kick. I don't have asthma now. Well, technically I do, but I don't do anything for it because I think it's really mild, you know. I think it's really, really mild asthma. And it was kind of one of those things. I went to the doctors and they were like, have you ever had asthma? I said, yeah, I've had it. And they were like, oh, you still got it then? And I was like, oh, cool. I think that was last year after some stuff. Yeah, I think it does, Jonathan, yeah. I remember my friends tried to light a cigarette on the floor. Wow, yeah. I remember maybe being 6 or 7, and because my mum smoked, she would leave like the cigarette butts in an ashtray, and I remember picking one of those up when it wasn't lit and trying it when I was 6 or 7 and being like, what on earth do you do that for? I remember that. And that was enough to put me off until I was, like I said, probably about 15, 16, that sort of age. A lot of people will quit. Yeah. Cool, is what I'm going to say to that. It's a very touchy subject, isn't it? Because some people, you know, get defensive about it and stuff. Captain, welcome. How are you? Eclipse. Thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. I really struggled with that one. You was a social smoker, very easy to get into. Yeah, very hard to get out. Yeah, because I then went on I'd buy my own pouches, and you know, I was into rollies, and then you just go down like a darker sort of road with it, you know. So, but it is what it is. That feels like a different life ago now. It's so weird to me to think that. It's so weird to think that. But you know, my experiences that I was going through then, somebody might be going through now, especially at a young age. So it's like you can never judge someone based off of that. You know, but now, wow, chat, when I tell you I can smell it, Lord glove. If my mum comes around, I'm like, you need to wash your hands, you need to shower, you know, do all that stuff, because the smell of it. Quit the cigarettes in 2016, but went over to vaping and stopped last year. Well done, Overway. Again, that's really, really difficult to achieve, so well done. Yeah, the smell and the price, yeah. Yeah, the dispensaries over in the US, yeah, I can imagine. Now, I'd go. It's not a conversation I want to get into, especially if, you know, we have any children watching or anything like that. But there's, you know, there's a lot of studies between the two to say, I mean, I don't think either of them are great for you, but I think that one is specifically better than the other, if you know what I mean. Stream turned into a quit smoking support group. But, I mean, if that's what it takes. We don't just do tech here. We have open conversations about everything as well. Smoked for 22 years, overweight. I applaud you even more then, mate. 22 years is crazy work. And you stopped vaping last year. GG's, man. Well done. Well done. I just think that you can't ever comment on someone's mental state. You can't. It's impossible. What I will say, though, is that you can do it. You can give up smoking. You can. People who say you can't, people who say I can't give up because X, Y, Z. That's the nicotine speaking. I promise you. You got into it, you can get out of it. It's a battle. You're probably gonna have to really, really strap in for, and the longer, the harder. Definitely. Flux. Don't get me started on that. No, Dave. No, stay away. I wouldn't. MK Fix. MK Fix says it's easy to stop. Some people are just weak-minded. People go through different things in life which cause certain experiences, which then make it a lot more difficult than others to give certain things up. So, whilst I agree that yes, it's something that you can overcome mentally, it is also a lot harder for some people than it is others, for sure. As an ex-tobacco user, I can see some smoking on video. I can smell and taste it. It's been almost 10 years. Wow. 10 years? Free? The TV breaker? Well done. That's incredible. Wheaty, I smoked for 35 years, stopped for 8 years. Then wife passed my working crumbling down, and I started again. That's an example of that, chat. I'm sorry to hear that, Wheaty. Vaping is better than smoking, but neither is good for you. I started smoking at 13 years old, quit at 54. I'm 68 now, and I don't miss them. Let's go, Graham. Inspirational, man. You can say the same about alcohol. Absolutely, Scotty. Absolutely. But I think it's also really difficult for me to talk about stuff like that without having an addiction myself. Sure, I used to smoke, but I never went past maybe 5, 6, maximum 10 a day. Absolute max at like peak of me smoking was 10 rollies in a day, max. And that'd be if I was with friends all day. You know what I mean? It was one of those things. So again, there's different levels to it. They're different. And alcohol, I actually think, is a whole different game. But I don't know. I think, yeah. With quitting smoking, you might need something as a Kickstarter for it. My dad cold turkey smoking because he suffered a stroke whilst in hospital. Realised that he wanted to live to see me and my siblings grow up. Straight up gave up smoking and drinking in the hospital. He's still here almost 15 years after that. Things you love to see, man. Dude, that's amazing. Yeah, sometimes you see that kickstart, hey? Yeah. And it depends how hard that kickstart is, and that's probably the hardest sort of kickstart you can have. Yeah. People like to use excuses, I know, because I did that for over 20 years. Oh, fair enough for saying that, MK Fix. RVNR, welcome, how are you? Nick, by the way, and Wheaty over on Kick, welcome. Gary said, over the last year, I found that when I don't want to work out is the best day to work out. I always come out of the workout feeling amazing. That's a very good point, yeah, and I actually agree. Yeah, like I said though, I kind of found like my quit compared to a lot of other people's quit, I guess is quote unquote easy, right? Because it wasn't for the longest time, and I wasn't a heavy smoker. But I think still, you know, it takes some mental battle to give it up. Ah, Roy, I see the mentality you're coming in with today. I get it. Tom, welcome. How are you? Jonathan, welcome. And you know what, chat? I'll be honest. I can see why people would in this job. Illogical, by the way, welcome. Hello, and how are you, my friend? Yeah, I could see definitely how in this career that people would do it, because it can be super stressful. I gave up cold turkey in January. I haven't missed it. I love it. I love it. Right, so supposedly this PS4 Pro isn't so pro because it doesn't work. Like I said, Kexi, thank you very much for the follow over on Kick. I appreciate you and your face. Feel free to ask anything, Q&A, anything along those lines. Tom, welcome, buddy. How are you? I've been watching, I don't know if you guys, I don't really know why I'm asking, because I know that a lot of people here don't necessarily watch any old school RuneScape, but I know that Tom potentially might dabble. So Tom, have you been watching the Bronze Man mode stuff? Thanks, I appreciate that, Illogical. Just you can watch wherever you're comfortable though. I'm playing old school RS right now. Nice, Woogie, I love that. Is it Iron Man or anything? Is it okay to ask a repair question about a Switch OLED? Of course it is, Duca. That's fine. If I can't answer it because I'm inapt to, then if you join the Discord, somebody will be able to help. Former smoker for 20 years, addict for 15, clean and sober 7 years now. Bunny suit is still more. Well, I'm gonna clap the first part of that sentence. Well done, Roy. Let's go. Proud of you, man. Good job. Not an iron, just a casual. My friend gave me a bomb for 14 days membership. Nice. Are you enjoying it? It's good fun. It's good fun. It will consume your life, though. It will consume your life. Right. Where do I start, chat? Who can tell me? Who can tell me? I'm going to turn my watch off because people were like, it's distracting. I got something to tell you in a minute, chat, that I just can't, honestly, it's depression. I see Lewis Rossman's doing Instagram stuff now. I can't wait to watch that later. The quality looks really good as well. Always power it up. Sounds like a good place to start. Let's go with that. PS4 Pro, no display. Whoa! Hold on! DJ Rossi Russ coming in with a gifted subscription on Kick. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate you. That is absolutely amazing. Do you know why, Rossi Russ? A, because I appreciate you more than you believe. B, I set up a new alert thing today. So if somebody gifts a sub, remember how it was doing like 7 or 10 different sub sounds? I think I fixed it for multiple gifted subscriptions. Thank you very much for the gifted sub to Mesmeriz. I'm going to go Mesmeriz. Is that what it is? Mesmerize XD. We'll go with that. But thank you. I appreciate that. Russ, you're absolutely a legend. Thank you. Russ, you should have... Wait a minute. You should also have VIP in the chat now because I've given you the VIG. The VIG? The VIP. It's called OG. So I think, Russ, if you click on your name in the chat, or if you click on the chat box and click on the settings and go identity, I think you can like select a badge to be like OG. Can you let me know if that works or not? Stuart, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, let me know how that works. So my friend has a Switch OLED that's not powering on, not charging. He's taken it apart and ran the multimeter across the board and found that most of the caps are shorted in it and max 76. Yeah. Is there anything you can do to test those shorts, or is that completely a dead board? There's a bunch of questions I have here, Duco. A bunch. First thing, does he have an ammeter? And when he plugs the ammeter in, what amp draw is he getting? That's the first question. Second, there's a lot of caps around the max IC that aren't shorted to ground. They are just below 50 ohms, which is why your multimeter will beep. So if you're telling me that there's shorts, that there's caps that are shorted, it might be that they're just low, what's called low impedance, which is just a low resistance to ground. So they might be like 10 ohms, or there's one specifically that's like 11 ohms, and there's another couple that are around about the 40 ohms. So they will beep both sides of the cap. So they might not necessarily be short to ground. Okay. First thing I would test is around M92T36, which is a very common chip that goes bad. I'd check around there to see if you've got any shorts. That would be the first thing that I did. Yo, Ross, you look good with the OG badge. Russ, you look good with the OG badge on kick. I like it. What's wrong with this beautiful PS4? It is no displage. Andy, welcome, buddy. How are you? Okay, let's see if it powers on first, because like I said, supposedly it's no display, but we need to doubly, triply check that. So yeah, Russ, thank you very much for testing the alert. We got the oh yeah sound, which is A1. And I might gift some subs later myself to see and just make sure that we are going to be good on the multiples and that it doesn't repeat every single alert. Damage to the port. No, it looks okay. If we have a look at the back, the HDMI port itself looks okay. So I think what's happened here is actually there's been a repair from the previous company, because I actually received this PS4 Pro free from France. Do you remember I told you guys about the course that was happening? Do you remember I told you about the course that was happening in the US, the micro soldering course? That happened and they sold out on their first cohort. So they're now launching another one in Q4 of 2025. And yeah, they sent me this PS4 Pro. Whoa!
Good morning. _carrot hope the fam is doing well. Question: what would be your first step for deogging LBLOD on PS3 Slim?
Chris, thank you very much for the £25 straight to the PayPal. You're an absolute legend and I appreciate you and your face. How are you today, sir? What I will say as well is 3D, Chris and Big Daddy Bubba. Thank you very much for the follows on Kick. They're not appearing on here though, are they? Are the follows turning up here when somebody follows on Kick? Chris, you're an absolute legend. Thank you very much for the £25. To be honest with you, mate, because I'm assuming long blue light of death, I don't work on PS3s. I don't work on them. So what would be my first thing? Remove the hard drive, test the hard drive, because I don't know what a long blue light of death is. I'd go ahead and assume that it's potentially something to do with it's not even overheating, just that's where I'd start with the hard drive. Take out the hard drive, test it, and go from there. PS5 Slim. Oh, I see. Okay, all right. Okay, no, it's okay. If it's PS5 Slim, what would be the thing that I would check? So if it's a long blod, I had one. When did I have a long blod, chat? Was it the last video that I did? It was, wasn't it? And it was all weird. What did I do? What was the repair process that I did with the long blod? Take it apart. First things first, check there's not an SSD in it. Second, try and boot it without the LED cable. Try the simple things first, is what I'd recommend. Yeah. I agree, AB. No, it's PS5 Slim he's talking about, RVNR. So I'd maybe start with those simple things. Duco says, okay, I mentioned that to him. I referenced one of your videos for the M92. I'll let him know what he said. Yep, no problem. Thank you. Tell him as well that just be mindful of the multimeter under 50 ohms. If it's under 50 ohms and it's above like 5 ohms, it's going to be okay. If it's like 1 or 2 ohms and it beeps, that usually indicates a short to ground. Usually. Game Joy coming over on to Kick as well. Thank you, Matt. How are you? Casey over on Kick and Chris over on Kick. Thank you, guys. I was going to check something else real quick because I don't think the followers are coming up on OBS for Kick. And they should be. Follows. Are they coming up, chat? Let me just replay one. Oh, they are. They're just very small. Okay, cool. My bad. My bad. Yeah, let them know. Let's see how you go on. Right, let's plug this in. Is it that way? Afternoon in the office today, so I need to be quiet. No problem at all, my friend. Chat, I'm just checking something, right? I should have checked that before I plugged it in. It was really dumb of me, actually. But yeah, 220 to 240 volts. Okay, cool. So this console came from France. So I was just like, is it going to be 120? Luckily, it wasn't. It would have been too late because I already plugged it in. Yeah, Chris, thank you very much for the 25. I appreciate you. Checking out the new dicks. Nice. Well, see if you like it. There's no ads over there, so. Okay. Does it turn on? It does. That's really, really good news. I'm just waiting for the blue light to disappear and hopefully turn onto a white light. It said that there's a HDMI port issue. So I'm just waiting now. Chat, anybody else in the same position as me right now? It's quite hot in the UK. And I thought it was meant to be calming down. Anyone else? I've got the aircon on, but I feel really sticky today. I know you don't need that information. Still blue light. I'm melting right now. Yeah, very warm. It is, right? I thought it was meant to be calming down, you know? We still got a blue light over here, and it's still just blue lighting on me. How hot is hot? Right. Ryzen, tell me where you're from. What's too hot for you? Here we go. Right, chat, tell me where you're from. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to say it's 20 degrees and it's really hot. And people are going to say, what? Because I see it everywhere. That's not hot. 20 degrees is not hot. You should try living in 40-degree heat. You should try living in X. Chat, when I tell you the UK is not built for heat, the UK is not built for heat. We are not acclimatized to hot weather. Also, it's very humid. Georgia in the US and it's hotter than... Gets up to 46 here. I knew that was coming. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Oh, is it 25 at the moment? Oh, okay, fine. It's 25 then. Yeah, but it's so muggy outside. Chat, it's not a nice 25 where the sun's shining and it's like nice sun. It's grey and miserable and 25 degrees. It's horrible. I read somewhere that UK's buildings are built to store heat. What does that mean? I don't know. I honestly don't know what that means. But it doesn't surprise me. A high dew point can make it feel absolutely unbearable even if the temp is reasonable. Exactly, Golden. Thank you. Right, chat. I'm just putting the HDMI cable in now. And we're going to see if we get a picture. Everything kind of broke then. It's a white light. Do I get a disc? Unfortunately not. Now, let me use my new piece of kit here. Yes, I paid £70 for a lifetime license. You heard me, chat. I paid £70 for a lifetime license. Which means you guessed it and you ain't going to believe it. A, maybe I'm a sucker. B, You best believe it when I tell you.
What does this button do?
Thank you very much. That's extremely kind of you. I appreciate you. Additive coming in with 100 bits. And Chris, Right Price Repairs, coming in with a follow over on Kick as well. Thank you, mate. I appreciate you. Chat, we have 1080p.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, I feel blessed. Chris coming in with a subscription over on the Kickage. Thank you, mate. That means a lot. And guess how many subs we're on now over on Kick, chat, where I get 95% of that revenue. 56 total subscriptions. Thank you. I massively appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Thank you for the support, mate. Got yourself a badge nice and early. Ready, chat? We are balling at 1080p, 60 for puss. Sounds horrendous how I've just said that. It meant to be like a funny FPS, I guess, you know. Anyway, yeah, this is supposed... I'll tell you what, though. It does look a bit... Oh, do you know what it is? Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I've only just discovered this. It's because... iPhone camera. Oh. Okay. Well, I'd done a recording earlier and didn't realise that. But that's okay. That's all right. I was like, why on my phone is the image so much bigger? Like, how's that a thing? Now I know. Yep. Good. Right, here we go. We're going to check, because I plugged in the HDMI port now, the cable. And you're going to know any second. Okay, chat. Well, we fixed it. Yeah, fixed. Apparently it has a HDMI port issue. Where's Marv? Marv? What are we saying? And then I literally just scroll up and it kind of... I don't want to use the term mutes it, because it doesn't mute it, but it does that thing. And then I can do this. Easy repair. Yeah, absolutely. Wiggle it. That's a very good point. We need to clear. Leave the screen alone. It adds character. I said that in a recent video that's coming out very soon. I said it adds character, chat. If my screen is dirty, it adds character. Can we agree? Yes or no? So many chats. How do you keep up? It feels like a command center in here. It feels like a command center, but I'm managing. Let me have a look. See, I need a controller. 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 So we need a controller. Where is me controller? I need to give that hat back to my friend, because I don't wear hats, chat. I'm not a hat person. They don't suit my brain, unfortunately. Well, that's not PS4. That's a PS5 controller. There's PS4. Jubbly, bubbly, lovely. Have you checked? Oh, what? How old do you think I am? I've lived through all of that, Woogie. I've been on YouTube since 2007. I've been on Twitch since 2011. Chat, did you know that's what you have to check? If you haven't checked Updog, you're in the wrong lane. When it comes to repairs, Updog is very important. I'm waiting for one person to say it. Not one of my chats is going to say it. Stable said, "What's up, dog?" Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you. You've made my day. Diabolical. Look, it's you know, like I said, it's part of the culture, isn't it, on Twitch? Had to be on top of the games. Had to be. What was the Darude Sandstorm? You know, I was there for that when that was peak. If you don't know what Darude Sandstorm is, you're about to find out. Not here. What's my favourite Devlin soundtrack? My Devlin soundtrack? Devlin tune? I don't... I'll tell you by looking. Let me look quickly whilst I'm just waiting for this PS4 to do things. Runaway was very good. Brainwash, very good. Okay, listen. I don't think Game Over counts because it's Tinchy Strider's tune. But let me tell you, that was incredible. Do you know what? I'd probably say, I haven't even seen it. One of the things I remember from Devlin is what, chat? Is F64. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen Devlin's F64, the first one, we're talking, this is like UK music at this point. But yeah. That's why I'd say Bugsy. I'd probably say if I'm allowed to pick his F64, I'd pick his F64, the first one. I don't know if the PS4's gone into... No, it hasn't gone into sleep mode because it's... I've still got a white light. But I don't have a display, chat. It's a wiggly port. It's for sure a wiggly port. Definitely. Right. I'm going to click this. Where's Marv? Is Marv here? Marv, if you're here, can you please message on Twitch? If you're not here, obviously it doesn't apply. But I might need some help with parameters. What's language? I found it. It's Langu. System Langu. English. Bonjour. Do I have to restart to take effect? Absolutely not. Look at that. And then we need to go to sound and screen. Video output. RGB resolution. Chat, where's HDCP? Is that not on here? Oh, it might be general system settings actually, isn't it? I think it's the same with PS5. Where's general? Is it general? Sound and screen. I thought it would be sound and screen, surely. System. No, it'll be system. Yeah, it's system. System, of course it is. Right, turn off that setting and then I can show you. Currently level 71 on Supermarket Sim. You're making me jelly. You're making me jelly. Right. Let me just show you. I don't even know where the I'm trying to find the HTML chat. Other than Kick paying you more than Twitch, what's the difference? It has the same layout. They actually use pretty much the same infrastructure as what Twitch does, I'm pretty sure. It's just, I think from a business standpoint, it's a little bit smarter for me to just have a different platform just in case anything happens. I have to be cautious. But obviously the revenue side of things is a lot better, and you can get paid by the hour on Kick. So I've managed to join the Kick partner program, so the more viewers I have on Kick hourly, the more I get paid. So if I go, there we go, cool. Right, we're on. Watch this, chat. Ready? I'm going to wiggle the cable ever so slightly, and it's gone. Blood, sweat and beers. Yes, CFQ. Yeah. I agree. And it's gone until I literally, if I move it upwards, I could probably show you on here. and down. And it will stay off. And then if I move it up, if you look at the top right, so I'm moving the cable up now. It's on. So I think we just need to take it apart. We'll give it a nice clean on the inside. And I don't think, like I said, I have any PS4 Pro HDMI ports. Who can tell me, when it comes to PS4 Pros, do they use the same ports as PS4 or PS4 Slim, or are they their own ports, chat? Now, I've not taken a PS4 Pro apart since probably the charity stream that I did in December. They do their own? I believe they're the same as Slim. Ooh, PS4 Pro is the same as Slim. Ah! Do I have PS4 Slim? I don't even know if I have PS4. Because I don't work on them, chat. I'll have a look. I should do. Jose, thank you very much for the follow over on Kick as well. I appreciate you, mate. This table, honestly, I don't know what's going on with this table, chat. Because I keep messing it up. I keep pushing it back. Is it my belly? It must be my belly. Slim Force fit. Nice. Okay, thank you. Right, chat, how do we get this off then? Does someone confirm? Do I just pop it? Ah, look at this. We're breaking things already. Lovely jubbly. Ooh, I tell you what, this is clean looking, hey? Now listen, hear me out. Ross, are you here? I need to know if Ross is here. What on earth has happened to that? And then chat, what do? Do I just take off the screws at the back? And go from there. Russ, this PS4 Pro is yours, my friend. I haven't forgot what I said about the other day. If you would like a PS4 Pro, I don't know if you want one. I have no idea. But regardless, if you would like a collectible, I guess, then this PS4 Pro is yours, my guy. Because I got given this for free. So I would love nothing more to send this to you in the US as a present for gifting the first ever subscriber on Kick the other day. Do you accept my gift? Right, hard drive first, chat, I'm assuming. Is this PS4 Pro? Yes, it is, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and assume that they are factory 1 gig, chat. 1 gig. They're 1 terabyte because I'm thinking about broadband recently. They're 1 terabyte, right? Factory? Yeah or no? I didn't fix it. Are you joking? Every time? All I'll say is thank goodness nobody's coming with the 50 gifted. Because I'll tell you what. Chris, thank you so much, mate. I appreciate you and your face for gifting 5 subs over on Kick to Chris, Streamlabs, Amp, Game Joy, and Big Daddy. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted. Yeah, legend. Chris, thank you. That's very kind of you, my guy. That puts us up to 61 total subscribers on Kick. Thank you, mate. I repaired my Switch watching your video. Nice, Tech Talk. Things you'd love to see, mate. Well done. That's huge. You can give gifted subs to bots. I think in the event of like not being able to give to viewers who are watching, because if everybody has a sub who's watching, then I think it just goes out and gives it to like the most random thing that it can. I think. Wait, what? There's no screw there. What's that for then? How strange. So yeah, Russ, this job might be just a resolder on the HDMI port because it seems to be a-okay. It's almost like it just needs a bit of soldering on the pad. So we'll have a look. I'm off to work. Got 5 items waiting for a repair. You'll be on the background. Lovely jubbly. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate you. There we go. And just like that, we are in the PS4 Pro, chat. It looks good, hey? It looks nice and clean. It doesn't look... I don't know if it's been tampered before or not. I have no idea. I'm going to try and have to remember where... like, what screw goes where. We've got a mixture of what looks to be T8 and Felipe's. Should let RRR repair. Who's RRR? Am I right in thinking? Okay, so the T8s, the Phillips go into the metal and the T8s go into the plastic, chat. Yes or no? I've gotten subs on Twitch for people that I never watch. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Thank you for the gifted, says GameJoy. Throw in a pair of dirty gloves and I'll cherish them forever. Okay. Now it's weird, Russ. Yeah, now it's weird. I'll throw you in a pair of new gloves. How's that? Do we have a deal? Will that suffice? Will that suffice, yes or no? I'm only joking. Well, would you like a pair of my gloves that are new? Because I've got a box full. So if you'd like a pair of my gloves, that's no problem at all, really. If you'd like to maybe try them for yourself and see if you like them. You never know, you might get addicted to them. That looks like a bit slightly weirder. No, okay. Need to take out the power supply first. Okay, cool. Thank you for the heads up. Probably would have found that out the difficult way, so thank you. I'll just remove the Phillips screws because I'm almost done with that. And then before I do the T8s, I'll go around to the back and take off the PSU. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take some. Lovely jubbly. Hello, Joey. Long time no see. I can't read the name out, but Floppy, how are you? Welcome. Are you okay? Is it an Xbox One? This is a PS4 Pro, my friend. God, this thing hasn't been on long, and I can still feel it being warm, you know. A PS4 Pro is notoriously hot. Bank won't let me pay for a sub. Strange. I think they use Stripe. But honestly, it doesn't matter. Thank you anyway for trying. I appreciate that. You don't have to, mate. You've done more than enough on Twitch. I don't expect that at all. I mean, stuff will work for months. I'm back now, though. Welcome, buddy. Got to send him a used pair. I'm not sending him a used pair. Garbear, thank you very much for the follow over on Kick. I appreciate you. Thank you. Right, let's take some of these out. Pretty self-explanatory, I guess, where these go back. I don't know if this has been opened or not, you know. I'm not too sure. Right, PSU. Is it T8s? It is. So we got, how many T8s we got here? So that I'll just put these separate, actually. These are much bigger anyway. Oh, no, they're not much bigger than the other side. I lied. These ones are? Yeah. Ads, thank you very much for the follow over on Kick as well. I appreciate it. Right, how on earth? Chat, is there a specific way to take out the PSU from a PS4 Pro, or is it just try and rag it? Like, should I try from a certain side? Should I try from the back? Etc, etc. Honestly, wherever you're comfortable, ads, no problem at all. Pure Force, they're a huge pain. The silver screws in the metal shield need to go too. Yeah, they've gone. Take it easy. It's a very short cable on that PSU. Okay, cool. Thank you. I feel like this side is lifting easier than the other side. Where is... Can I use my tweezers here? I don't want to break the plastic. It's definitely come up more so. Is there a screw on the other side, chat, or not? Is there a screw on the other side holding this in or no? Yorkshire, thank you very much for the follow as well. I appreciate you. It's coming up slowly. That feels like it's stuck in. It's just kind of seated back down now. GG. Just tight as hell. It feels like there's a screw here in the middle. I mean, if there's not, I'm mega impressed, by the way. If there's not, I'm super impressed because that is
about electronics repair from your video.
horrendous. Nice, thank you. I appreciate that. DJ, thank you very much for the Prime for 3 months, mate. That's very kind of you. I'm just going to take out the remaining screws over here. Because I can take off the... I'm pretty sure I can take off the... I feel like that one was holding in the PSU right there. I honestly feel like that was holding in the PSU. This screw right here. I'll be honest. Because I kind of felt a bit of a weight drop. So I wonder if that was holding it in. And I was just making my life difficult. Yeah, definitely, chat. There was a screw, by the way. There was 100% a screw. Just as an FYI. I feel like it's easier to put that on. God, that's a tight cable, hey. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Is that... This is the one that everybody breaks, chat, yeah? Yorkshire, thank you very much for the follow over on Kick. This is the one that everyone breaks, the 5 volt, right? This is the 5 volt. So we've got the 12 volt, we've got the 5 volt. Everyone breaks the 5 volt. I see why. 100. 100. This is super clean, by the way, Russ. Forgot in the house. Welcome, buddy. How are you? Not everybody. Yeah, not everybody. You know what I mean. Let's come over here as well. I cringed yesterday when I heard someone talking to their friend behind me say, I'll ask ChatGPT. As someone who chats to ChatGPT every single day, I'm offended by your comment. Keegan, thank you very much for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate you. Yeah, this generation is screwed. Scotty, you sound 147, mate. This is one of those things, chat, that... Listen. Adapt or be left behind. Have to be. You have to learn about it. Because it's about to take over everything. The rate of technology and the rate that it's scaling is so scary. I hate to be that person. But if you don't at least use AI to your advantage, it's gonna be really tough. I always said, like, my grandparents, right, they still don't have mobile phones. my granddad specifically. So I always said to myself, I really hope that I'm never going to be in that situation. And I'm going to try my hardest to really, really not get into that. Oh, we can't use XYZ. I'm going to do my due diligence and find out if it's legit or not. If it's legit, I'm going to utilize it. That's where I'm at. There's still one more screw, isn't there? Chat, do you know what it's like? It's like me using YouTube to teach myself how to micro solder and repair. If I didn't do that, I would not be here. Yeah, of course, there's always pros and cons. Absolutely. No, I agree. You have to just utilize it correctly, I guess. Chat, I got like, and I know this is going to sound really weird. I've heard like 3 or 4 military helicopters above my house. I'm not talking little helicopters. I'm talking the double-bladed Avatar helicopters. What's that? A Chinook? What are you guys talking about? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen like 3 of them. Avatar, I think you mean Osprey. No, Avatar. Yeah, I seen like 3 of them. Are they on to me, chat? Do I have something to be worried about right now? You only have to worry if they when they start sliding down the ropes onto your roof. Nothing will stop me streaming. I just spat everywhere. Sorry, guys. Nothing will stop me streaming. I'll switch over to my phone quick chat. That looks like it's been repasted, right? Fact or fiction? I'm pretty sure fact. That's not factory. It's a fact, it's not factory. EMT, welcome. Twin prop helicopter. Gotcha. Okay, fine. That makes sense. That makes sense. Doesn't look factory, no. The Chinook is playing around Southampton Airport. That makes sense then. That makes sense. What, it's just one? Chat, is it just one? Did you go to uni? Absolutely not. I wouldn't have done anything in uni, chat. I would have been absolutely horrendous. I would have just been there for the vibes. That is it. I can't learn. I can't do it. If it's not on my terms, I can't do it. My brain just switches off, man. It's horrible.
I think you have come a long way in inspiring others to get into repairs. Keep it up.
What made you say that, Thomas? 10 euros? Yo, thank you so much, mate, for the 10. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. What really, really kind words as well. Thank you. Thank you, mate. You didn't have to do that. Thank you for the 10 euros. Oh, it's training flights. Whew, we're safe then, chat. Yeah, I didn't go to uni. I would have been so useless, man. I would have been so useless. No, I don't think there's one subject, unless it was like esports, that I would have been able to pay attention to. Chat, I went to college. I've done like film studies. There's a story behind that, by the way, that will never might see the light of day at some point. I done film studies. I done media studies. I done drama, and I done. What was the other one that I did? I don't want to. It's not. I don't think it was physio, but it was like It was like BTEC. No, it was AS PE or something. I can't remember. ASP or something like that. So yeah, I that's what I done in college, and I got, I think it was like, I want to say 6 months. I got 6 months through college, and then I had to leave. Not even micro soldering. What's that, Deadpool? What if they done micro soldering in school? I don't know, because I don't think I was I don't think I was in the frame of mind at the age of 18, 17 even, to go to college and learn about micro soldering. Would that be why you mentioned you feel hot? I wonder what temp it was at. Maybe check it under the thermal cam. Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah, it's very true. Had to leave or chose to? I made the decision that I had to leave. So, listen, chat. I'm not. I don't think I'll ever say that story out loud publicly because it's really embarrassing. And only like friends know, like close friends and friends know. I don't think I'll ever disclose why I left college, but everything happens for a reason. Yeah. I can hear that helicopter again. Let's have a look at this board, shall we, and see what the status of the pins is. Because the port itself, I think, seems to be okay. I wonder if it's just not soldered properly down at the back. Hooked up with a tutor? You're joking. It's definitely not the case, Reese. Sounds like it was about a girl. It wasn't about a girl. It wasn't about a girl. Nope. Chat, you can guess all you want. You ain't never gonna guess. No, it wasn't girl related. Okay, let's see if any of these pins are loose, because let me tell you for free. Let me tell you for free. The port looks perfect. So if in the event that the pins are loose, that is, we're having the best day. Because I'm just going to have to quickly go over it with a soldering iron. That's it. Bullied. No, I did get bullied in school though. Yeah, I got bullied in school. I went to an all-boys school. Fun to a certain degree. Fun to a certain degree. Please, I beg that one of these is just loose. Please. It's going to be port, isn't it? But the port looks so clean. I'm just moving the lights out of the way so I can... There we go, that's going to be better. Now I can use my strong hand. Is it one of those two in the middle? Hold on. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. This one? No. I think I see which one it is. We're coming to it. Ready? Oh. No, it's not that one. Alright, chat. Well, I mean, that's not great news. It's probably not going to be one of the filters, right? It won't be one of the filters. It's probably just going to be the actual port itself. Fact or fiction? Now, the sad thing is, like I said, I don't think I have a port. Next, and thank you very much for the follow on Twitch, by the way. I appreciate you. No, it's solid. These are solid for sure. Every single one of them is solid. Yeah, I'm thinking, could it be a filter? But that wouldn't make sense if I was like wiggling the port around, would it? Really? I'll check them. Yeah, I'll check them. No, Worf, it wasn't. No. Like I said, only my close friends will know. Then it was boy related. No, I can confirm it wasn't boy related either. It was me, myself, and I. Let's check these filters. Do we have like a cross on any of them? So I'm listening out for continuity here. I want continuity going through from one side to the other, but I don't want it crossed like this, diagonal. All good. Okay. So the filters are okay. The port is okay. I mean, structurally, look at the port. It looks fine. Not fit with your hat picture. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just didn't know whether it was when I was putting pressure on the cable, it was causing something. Yeah, port kind of looks a little bit beat up in there, hey? Under the scope. Just like some of the pins, you see? Can you guys see? It looks a little bit like corroded on some of them, no chat? It's a little bit of wiggle, but nothing special. I've got a question. If anybody can tell me, right? Because we all learn together, right? Well, you guys pretty much teach me everything. You see how you've got you got a row of pins on the bottom. Wait a minute. You got a row of pins on the bottom and the top. Where there? Is it just the top? It'll just be the top, right? No. So we got a row of pins on the top, row of pins at the bottom. Very much like a large USB-C port, right? Just think of it like that. Can somebody confirm, like, the bits in the middle that we see here, are they for the bottom or are they for the top, or are they a separate connection here? Like what, or is it just both of them, you know? Like, am I just looking here at one pin that goes either side? Throw some IPA at it. Do we think IPA might fix this, chat? Millsy, welcome. How are you? Staggered. There's 19, so it's just going to be alternating each side. Gotcha. How's the back of the port look? It's clean, hey? It's like every single other aspect, it's really clean. So I just don't know whether a new port would definitely resolve this, I think. But it's just me taking the port. What I'm worried about is if I remove the port and put it back on and then just or give it a reflow or something like that, I don't think that's necessarily going to solve our issue. Because I feel like it might be something to do with the plastic in the middle. What do you think, chat? I mean, it just looks dull. Can you see that pin in the middle? Looks dull. So maybe that's what's causing that little bit of connection. Can you see just here? There's like two pins that are like dull. One of them's half dull and one of them's like just not there. Do you see what I'm talking about? So you guys said PS4 Slim HDMI ports, right? Is that a PS4 Slim? Angle it to show the pads. The pads look okay, in my opinion. Pads are fine. PS4 Pro and PS4 Slim use the same type A, but the Pro's port is HDMI 2.0, while the original and Slim use 1.4. So Casey, are you telling me that if I use a PS4 Slim port on a PS4 Pro, they won't be able to have 4K? Like rescaled 4K? Or, sorry, upscaled 4K? I wish I had Deoxit, chat. People keep telling me to buy Deoxit. Maybe I should buy some Deoxit. I don't know if I've got the port. Let me have a look. So I've got some ports, but they're not PS4 ports. Oh, actually, wait. Hold your bananas, chat. That sounds weird. I shouldn't say that, should I? Nope. Never again. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. I do have PS4 original HDMI port, and I've got PS4 encoder in my old box. This is the box that I used to use. PS4 original. Now, that isn't going to be a thing, is it? No, I'm looking for like the Angry V on top of it, aren't I? Yeah, it doesn't have that. I mean, it does look like it would fit, though. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Let me see if I've got any Angry HDMI ports. Xbox One HDMI port. PS5 HDMI port. No, nothing in there. Xbox, no. Series S HDMI. These are all empty because I moved them. Encoder. That. No. No. Okay, fine. So I don't have what looks to be any portation to the nation. I'll tell you what, I've not checked all of these boxes in a very long time. Get some nostalgia. Technologia. Flasher. Chat, I don't know what to do then. I test continuity from each side of the flat to its coordinated terminal to the back side where you checked for loose solder. I mean, that's going to be quite tough to do. It's going to be quite tough. And the thing is, it wasn't working when I was wiggling the port. So doing that, I'm going to have to try and replicate a wiggle as well, right? Which is going to be almost impossible. I need 17,000 hands. Can I get a swab in there? No, I can't. What about if I screw it right up? No, I can't. What I'm looking to do is get the swab like at the top row and the bottom row, but that's not going to happen. I've already cleaned it, so I've already given it a clean with a brush. The alternative is that I just truly wait for a port. Maybe I buy some and go from there. That does mean that I have to keep the screws and the PS4 Pro in my room somewhere for the time being as well, which kind of sucks if I'm 100% honest with you. Oh, Russ, I'll tell you what, that could be an idea. Would you make a video on it, Russ, or do like a live stream on it or something? Or would you do it off content? What have you paid for the PS4 Pro? Absolutely zero. I was sent it for free. But I want to give it away to Russ, and I wanted to give it away working. However, Russ has just said I won't mind doing the port myself. So that would be a pretty cool idea. Maybe I can give it to Russ and he can make a video out of it, or do whatever he wants with it. 100% I would. There we go. So look, chat, sharing the content. That's what life's about. Okay, mate, as long as you're happy with that, yeah? I mean, the condition of this is a beaut, by the way. The condition of this is an absolute beaut. It's very, very nice. Okay, well, yeah, now that we've established what the actual issue is, I've got no issues doing that, mate. At all. Should I send it unthermal pasted then, because you're going to be taking it apart? Just bear that in mind, Russ, okay? I won't put any thermal paste on, because obviously you're going to be taking it apart. Don't try and turn it on or something. That's a big W. What's Russie's YouTube? I believe it's Russie Russ Repairs. Russ, am I right? Am I right? Is it Russie Russ Repairs? Wait, do I have to go in the other way? I think I have to go in the other way first, don't I? Yeah, I do, because of the shielding and whatnot. Understood. Cool, cool, cool. Yes, it is. Rusty Russ Repairs. I don't know. Bodge, if you are about, my friend, if you are about, or any mods for that matter, could somebody link Russ's YouTube, please? Who's Russ? Russ is DJ Rusty Russ on Twitch and YouTube. Or I think now, sorry, on YouTube it's now Rusty Russ Repairs. He's been a viewer of the channel for a very, very long time. And he has recently done a live stream, which he absolutely smashed. Wait, does the shield go on first, or do I put these cables in first? I think I'm okay to put the cables in first. I hope so. Stuart, welcome. Ah, thermal paste, not like the PS5. Factually true. Yep. Do 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 do. For the first time in a very long time, chat. Do you know what I get to have tonight? Potatoes. I'm gonna have some potatoes, and I can't wait. It's why am I getting the delete up? Do you know what it's coming up with, Russ? It's saying that it's coming up as bullying. It sounds like you're bullying yourself, mate, by saying that. It sounds... yeah, so Russ is a beginner with all these things as well. So look, don't worry, mate. There won't be any pressure. Completely up to you. You don't even have to do a video on it if you don't want to. If you want to practice without doing the content, I'm not here saying you have to make this into content, because you don't. Like, it's completely down to you, my friend. But if you want to see this PS4 being fixed, chat, you know where to go. Rusty Russ Repairs on the YouTubes. Hi Joey, how are you? Watching whilst I'm replacing thermal paste on 2 Intel Nook Mini PCs. Someone from work gave me for free. Lovely jubbly. OCE has followed on Kick. Welcome OCE. How are you, my friend? How did you find the live stream? There we go. Okay, let's put that there, like that. And then we got this one that we can put just there. Bonjour, Rodney. We're getting there, chat, hey? Subbed again, Russ, and again. Nice, guys. Thank you for the support. I try and avoid like doing shout outs, and let me tell you why, chat. There's quite a good reason why. And Russ and a few other people who I know of, like YouTube friends, they will know why I don't, but let me just confirm. Let me ask why you think that is. Chat, do the Phillips go into the metal, or the Phillips go in? Yeah, the Phillips go into the metal. Why do you think it is that I don't necessarily like, not that I don't like doing it, why do you think it is that I don't shout people out on YouTube? Often, should I say. Because of course I want to help people as much as I possibly can. How they act has an effect on your reputation. It's not even that, because I would... I mean, that's a good point. But it's not that. And the reason it's not that is because I usually like to think of like... I don't want to use the term vetting someone, because that just sounds ridiculous. But I like to think I've got a good eye for like first impressions and stuff of how somebody's going to be. Makes for boring content? No, not necessarily, no. Algorithm. So, Millsy, that kind of ties in with it. And the same with what Andy said as well. So, A lot of creators want to build naturally. B, it kind of lines up with the algorithm statement. So, if I go ahead and say, feel free to check out XYZ. If it's completely unrelated, say it's even something like a gaming channel or anything like that. If I say, that's why I don't even shout out or shield my gaming channel stuff too often, chat. Because you guys aren't gamers. There might be a very small percentage of people that are. So if I was to go and advertise my gaming channel and stuff, I'm not going to go ridiculously out of my way to like shill it and say, please go sub to it, please go sub to it, because you're not gamers. So what will happen is you'll go and subscribe to that channel and you'll maybe watch a video to see what it's about, and then you'll never watch it again. That will hurt the channel. Because what YouTube wants, and the YouTube gods, is they want you to continue watching. They want you to continue watching. So by me doing that, it's the same aspect of like shouting out another creator. If I shout out another creator and you go over to watch their content and you don't necessarily enjoy it, that hurts that video, aka hurting the person's channel. So sometimes, in certain occasions, it can do more harm than good if I shout out somebody. In my opinion, anyway. By the way, I'm going to caveat that and say, in my opinion. And also, mentally, it can be quite draining because on the person that whoever I shout out, because it could inflate their views for a video or two, or deflate them. And then if it were to inflate, then that person could be like, oh, that's really cool. I can now expect that on videos going forward. And then the next video they do, it might not do as well because of reach and like all of those different things. So that's why I try. And that's why if anybody asks for a shout out or anything like that, I always like to explain that to them. Like, I like to try and make them understand that concept rather than me just go, no, get out of here sort of thing. Because I think it's important for people to understand that. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense, guys. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it does. I'm also watching Stranger Things at the moment. It's actually funny because I think what I was going to do today is after I've wrapped up with a JDT stream, I was just going to end the live on YouTube and continue streaming on Kick and Twitch and just do some Supermarket Simulator. But I don't know if people will want that. I have watched the season 5 trailer, yes. I watched it yesterday when it came out. I just happened to be on my PC on YouTube. I think I was looking at my analytics, and it popped up. I was like, ah, great timing. So I did watch the season 5 trailer, yeah. Hear me out, chat. Why on earth are you telling me now that I've left the CPU clamp out? Now. Let me scroll up in these chats. Not one. Yeah, I'll put it in a bag. I'll put it in a bag. I told you 10 minutes ago. Did you actually, Graham? Oh, Graham, the only time I would have allowed like spam. Oh, yeah, you have forgot APC clamp. Do you know what? Fair enough. I apologize. Graham, you're 100% correct. 100%. And well done for noticing, mate, because I'm useless. Fair enough. I completely and utterly admit defeat, mate. We were checking if you noticed. I see. Echo, thank you very much for the follow, by the way. Temps, thank you for the follow. Temps. Also, huge in terms of the whoa, whoa, whoa. That was loud. Yo.
I heard a rumor that Joey was doing some tech. Joey, can you confirm or deny? Also, what's cracking, Joseph? How are we?
I'm going to say two things. One, Tom, thank you very much for the £5. I really appreciate you. You're an absolute legend. Thank you for the £5 super chat. Number two, where have you been? We wanted you to find it organically. What, for the reaction? I love the little glove emote as well. I did put the emotes on Kick. I'm glad to see them getting some use. Tom, where are you? I've missed you. I hope everything is well, buddy. Now there's two more. So there, guys, I lied earlier. It's not one T8 that goes into the PSU. It's two. There's one there and one there, just for future reference. There we go. Tom, are you still here? Bernie Mac? I know I've asked that over the last couple streams, and I feel really guilty because it's like, you're probably just chilling out, and I'm here like, are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching? Does that goes on the bottom. Chat, is this the bottom side? Am I right? Just being busy, bud. Busy editing, DJing, peak of the year for me this time of year. Oh, and I turned 40 a few days ago. A few weeks ago. Happy birthday, mate. Happy birthday. That's the top, isn't it? No, it is the bottom. Does it go on this way? Have I got it the wrong way, chat? What's going on here? Does it go that way? No, it doesn't. Clearly it doesn't. So it doesn't go that way. What way does it go? It can't go this way, can it? Oh, I think it can. Yeah, it can go this way. Okay, well, I'll be fooled. There we go. And then we can put this bad boy in. Ineth thereth. And then we've got hard drive as well. Goes on the other side. Don't forget the clamp screws. I'm going to I'm going to put them in a bag for him. 10-4. There you go. Okay, cool. Right. Russ, I will get that sorted for you, by the way. I'll send you a message on Discord, so keep an eye out for your Discord. You've got a new Discord now, right? Someone else took $100 worth of scrap copper to a local scrapyard, and they noticed that they were selling a PS5 controller. Purchased it for 20. Nice! I love that cardboard. I've tested all the controllers so far and all of them working fine. Lovely jubbly. Big profits then, my guy. Big profits. Right, 2 seconds, chat. OC, thank you very much for the follow, by the way, on Kick. Take your time. I have to order a port from Ali, so that'll take a couple of weeks. New account on Discord. Yeah, I'll send you a message on it as well. All right, guys, listen. For those who are here right now, right this second, I just want to say I really, really appreciate anybody who's watched the stream today. As of recent, just in general, just being around, it means a lot. Let me just bag this stuff up. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming and just hanging and chilling. If you are into your gaming, or not even necessarily if you're not into your gaming, it's just more so if you are bored right now and you're about to work and you're going to sit down and chill and you just want some background noise, I'm going to continue to stream right now. Okay, I'm going to continue to stream, but I'm just going to play a little bit of a game and nerd out a little bit. So if you guys want to hang out with me, I'm going to play a game called Supermarket Simulator. What is that? I'm going to end my YouTube live. I'm going to play Supermarket Simulator, where I've opened my own supermarket to make profit. Yeah, it's profit or loss, but in a game. So if you want to hang around with me, feel free. Some people really enjoy it, others not too big. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream on YouTube. Twitch and Kick will stay up. So I'm just saying bye to the YouTube peeps right now. So one in the chat if you've enjoyed the stream on YouTube. Now I'm going to send you, if you're watching on YouTube, you can, I mean, it can be Kick or Twitch, but I'm just going to send you my Kick username. So feel free to go over to my Kick, create an account or follow whatever. I'm going to be streaming over there. I'm going to be playing some games for a little bit and chilling out. And I'll probably play for a couple of hours, an hour or two, because I want to get my supermarket going. All right, I want to get my supermarket going. So yeah, thank you very much for watching on YouTube. I'm gonna stay live on Kick and Twitch. Feel free to tune in. But yeah, thank you for watching. And on YouTube, I'll see you in the next one. Okay.